So children, yesterday I have completed a chapter number 9, which is the syllabus of second term examination. Let me once revise chapter number 9. I explained you chapter number 9. I told you that the chapter name is Independence and Partition of India. So under this, when British Parliament has finally decided that they are going to transfer the power to the people of India, they are no longer going to have a control over India. So they send a cabinet mission. Okay, so cabinet mission kept all its proposal, but cabinet mission has not kept the proposal of partition of India, which is not being liked by Muslim League. And the consequence was the Muslim League has started interrupting in the government. They have started many kinds of the communal rights in the country. Then later, the whole of India was in the gulf of communal rights. Several places people were killed because of the religion and all, means total political deadlock was created in India. Then British Parliament has seen this condition of India. They become worried. So what they decided, that they called the Lord Wavell. Lord Wavell at that time was the Viceroy of India. And they decided to send Lord Mountbatten as the Viceroy of India. When Lord Mountbatten came to India, he has seen the political deadlock in India, and he has realized one thing, that it is just impossible to transfer the power to the people of India without keeping the proposal of proposal of partition of India, because without this it is not possible to have to transfer the power from British to India. Because he thought that now so much of political deadlock is there, now this is the high time to transfer the power to the people of India. So to transfer the power to people of India, he has seen that now the partition of country becomes inevitable. So he has invited the 7 big leaders of India and kept the proposal of partition of India. And these big leaders were having no option, because country was burning because of the communal rights. Several kinds of the political deadlocks were created in the country. So even Congress has accepted it. Then finally, Lord Mountbatten kept his proposal. Under this, Lord Mountbatten has kept total 10 proposals that I have explained to you people. That is there in page number 102. What is his first proposal? Partition. He said that the country would be divided into 2 dominant, that is India and Pakistan. Second proposal which he said, relation with the two, relation between the 2 new dominants. He said that it will be depending on the 2 dominants, that what kind of the relation they want to keep with themselves, or what kind of the relation they want to keep with Commonwealth. Commonwealth is one of the groups started by the Britain. So Britain has not forced both dominant India and Pakistan to join the Commonwealth. They said it will be the open shut decision of the 2 dominant, that is India and Pakistan, what kind of the relation they want to keep with Commonwealth. Okay. Third one, boundary commission. Lord Mountbatten has said that he is going to make one committee, one commission who is going to decide the boundaries of the 2 dominant, that is India and Pakistan. Fourth proposal of Lord Mountbatten was the princely state. He said that the princely state, okay, are free whether they want to make them independent, or they want to join India, or they want to join Pakistan. The Lord Mountbatten said that it will be completely free decision of the princely state. It is the princely state who are going to decide whether they want to join India, or they want to join Pakistan, or they want to remain independent. About princely state, then Bengal and Punjab. Okay, then partition of Bengal and Punjab was proposed, because Bengal and Punjab province was very big province at that time. Some of the provinces of Bengal and Punjab both were Muslim majority, some were Hindu majority. So it was understood that the Bengal and Punjab are going to be divided, and one part of them are going to Pakistan and one part of them are going to India. Then comes the Sindh. In the Sindh, how whether the Sindh is going to be the part of India or going to be the part of Pakistan, that decision will be taken by Legislative Assembly of the Sindh. Then Northwest Frontier Province. Northwest Frontier Province, means one of the state of India, will do the plebiscite. That is, they will do the Jangarna, and they will ask to the people of their state whether they want to join India or they want to join Pakistan. Then the district of Sylhet, the people of Sylhet, is going to decide that whether they want to join India or they want to join Pakistan. Ninth proposal of Lord Mountbatten is Constituent Assembly. He said that we are going to frame a constituent assembly who is going to help in the formation of constitution of both the country. And finally, he took that transfer of power. He said that the British Parliament will transfer the power to the people of India before 15th August 1947. So these are the proposals of Lord Mountbatten. Then we have studied that why Congress has accepted the Lord Mountbatten proposal. Because Congress was not earlier was not in favor of partition of country. Then why Congress has accepted the proposal of Lord Mountbatten? We have discussed total 6 points. The first point was this, that communal rights have engulfed the whole country. And Congress realized this, that it is just impossible to solve this problem of communal rights without accepting the Mountbatten plan. So they accepted the Mountbatten plan. The second reason, the experience of interim government. The Congress experience of interim government with Muslim League. Congress has seen that Muslim League has joined the interim government just to disturb and create problem in the administration. So Congress realized this, that this is just impossible to run the government if we will not accept the partition of India. So that's why they accepted the Mountbatten plan. Then fourth reason, Congress realized this, that if creation of Pakistan would not be there, then we are going to have a very weak central government. So that they will not have a weak central government, Congress has decided to accept the Mountbatten plan, or decided to accept the partition of India. Fourth point, that Congress realized this. If they will not accept the Lord Mountbatten plan, then India is going to face the control and administration of British government, which is more dangerous. That's why Congress decided that it's better to throw the British government out than not to accept the partition of India. So they have accepted the partition of India. Fifth point, the leaders felt that any further delay in the transfer of power would trap India into the civil war. So they wanted to protect India from the civil war. So that's why Congress decided to accept the Mountbatten plan. Then the last point, the constitution of separate electorate. They were knowing that if they will not accept the demand of partition of India, then they have to accept the separate electorate demand of Muslim League in the country, which they were not ready. So that's why they have accepted the Mountbatten plan, or they have accepted the proposal of partition of India. This much we people have studied. Then we have started the Indian Independence Act, that is 1947, which was passed on July 1st, 1947. Okay, the first feature of Indian Independence Act, that there will be two dominants, India and Pakistan. Provision of partition we have studied. Then we have studied that there will be, each dominant will have one governor general. Then we have studied Constituent Assembly to serve as central legislature. Then we have studied there will be end of jurisdiction. Then we have studied the princely state will be free to join India or Pakistan or to remain independent. Then we have studied that treaties and agreement with the British government is going to be totally ceased. Then we have studied that army and the assets are going to be divided equally between India and Pakistan. Then we have studied bringing the act into operation, means India is going to be independence and it is going to be acted in operation. And the last one, the office of Secretary of State and interest of existing officers were abolished. All these things are there. Today I'll just take a photo of the pages, that how much you people have to write, and then I will send you along with this video. Okay, so today I have completed your second term's syllabus, children, and then in my next week I'm going to start with chapter 10. Okay, for today only this much. Thank you, children.